If you're in your 30s, then you're sitting on an incredible financial superpower. This decade isn't just about building your career or starting a family, it's arguably the most important time to set yourselves up for a truly comfortable and confident retirement by your 60s. Why your 30s? Because you have an amazing power of compounding on your side. Time is your biggest asset right now, giving your investment decades to grow, recover from any bumps in the road, and truly snowball into a substantial nest egg. Missing out on these years can literally cost you millions down the line. But how do you harness this power? What account should you be using, and how should your money be invested? And what are the key habits that will ensure that you reach your retirement goals in your 60s, feeling financially secure and ready to enjoy life to the fullest? We're diving into all of that today. In your 30s, you're likely earning more than you did in your 20s, allowing you to save more. Crucially, you still have 20, 30, even 40 years until traditional retirement age. This long runway is a massive advantage because it allows you to take on more growth-oriented risk. You have ample time for your investments to recover from inevitable market downturns. You can benefit exponentially from compounding. Your money has more years to grow, and that growth starts to generate its own growth, creating a powerful snowball effect that's hard to replicate later in life. Building lasting financial habits. The disciplined saving and investing habits you establish now will serve you for decades to come. This is the decade where your consistent investment dollars can really start to sprint towards your retirement finish line. So where exactly should you be putting your money? In your 30s, the name of the game is maximizing tax efficiency and taking advantage of every benefit available. This means prioritizing tax advantage accounts. The 401k or 403b, this is your primary retirement vehicle if your employer offers it. It's often the first stop for retirement savings. This is a non-negotiable. If your employer offers a matching contribution, contribute at least enough to get the full match, usually around 4 to 6%. It's an instant guaranteed return on your investment that you simply cannot pass up. Contributions are often pre-tax, reducing your taxable income, and your investments grow tax deferred. You only pay taxes when you withdraw money in retirement. It also has high contribution limits. You can contribute a significant amount each year, allowing for substantial growth. You should contribute at least to get the match, and then aim to max it out as much as possible if your budget allows. Next is a Roth or traditional. Once you've optimized your 401k, an IRA is your next powerful tool. My personal favorite for many in their 30s is the Roth IRA. You contribute money that's already been taxed, after-tax contributions, but your investments grow completely tax-free, and qualified withdrawals in retirement are also tax-free. If you believe that your income and thus your tax bracket will be higher in retirement, this is a phenomenal choice. Be aware that direct contributions to the Roth IRA have income limitations. Contributions might be tax deductible for a traditional IRA, reducing your current taxable income depending on your income in it if you have a 401k. For a traditional IRA, the growth is tax deferred. Withdrawals in retirement are taxed as ordinary income. If you're above the Roth IRA income limit, or if you expect to be in a significantly lower tax bracket in retirement, the traditional IRA makes sense. For high earners, the backdoor Roth strategy can be a way to get money into a Roth IRA even if you've exceeded the direct contribution. The Health Savings Account, HSA, often called the triple tax advantaged account, is a hidden gem if you have a high deductible health plan. It lowers your taxable income, investments can grow without being taxed, and tax withdrawals or tax-free withdrawals. If used for qualified medical expenses after the age of 65, it essentially acts like a traditional IRA for non-medical expenses. It's a powerful way to save for future healthcare costs, which can be substantial in retirement. Fund your HSA if eligible, and if you can afford to, treat it as an investment vehicle rather than just a spending account for immediate medical costs. Your next option is the taxable brokerage account. Once you've maxed out your tax-advantaged retirement accounts, the standard taxable brokerage account is where additional savings can go. No contribution limits, and funds are accessible anytime. Although it's important to know that investment gains are subject to capital gains tax. For large investment goals beyond retirement, like a down payment on a second home, early retirement, or just building general wealth, the taxable brokerage account comes in hand. Now that you know where to put your money, let's talk about how to invest it. In your 30s, with multi-decade time horizon until retirement, until your 60s, your allocation strategy should generally be focused on aggressive growth. High stock allocation, 80 to 90% stocks. Your biggest ally is time. Stocks historically have provided the highest long-term returns compared to bonds or cash. You have the time horizon to ride out market volatility and corrections. A downturn now simply means you're buying more shares at a discount. These dips become long-term opportunities. Think long-term. Don't check your portfolio daily. Focus on the decades ahead and understand that short-term fluctuations are normal. It's important to know diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if that basket is stocks. ETFs, exchange-traded funds, and index funds are your best friends for simple, broad diversification. Broad market ETFs, think a total US stock market fund like Vanguard Total Stock Market or an S&P 500 index fund. These give you exposure to hundreds, if not thousands, of companies, diversifying your risk across the entire market. International exposure, it's important not to neglect global markets. Consider an international market ETF to diversify beyond the US economy. The global economy is growing, and it's important to have a piece of that action. Avoid individual stocks unless you love doing the deep research. For most people, trying to pick an individual winner of stocks can be a losing game. That introduces unnecessary risk to your portfolio, so it's helpful to stick to a broad market index ETFs. Bonds, a small role, if any, in your 30s. While bonds are still less volatile, their long-term returns are typically much lower than stocks. In your 30s, you're aiming for aggressive growth. Many strategists recommend a very low or even zero bond allocation, perhaps somewhere 0 to 10%. Your stocks provide the growth, and your youth provides the time for recovery from market volatility. If market volatility generally makes you uncomfortable, a small bond allocation might help you stay invested through the tough times, which is always better than panicking and selling out of stocks. Target date funds are also an option. If all of this sounds too complicated for you you prefer a completely set it and forget it strategy, the target fund is a fantastic choice. You pick a fund with the year closest to your planned retirement. From here, target date 2060, 2065. If you're willing to wait for, how they work, you pick a fund with the year closest to your planned retirement. The fund manager automatically adjusts its allocation over time, starting aggressive and then gradually becoming more conservative as you approach your retirement year. They're good for those who prefer simplicity, automatic diversification, and a professional managing the asset allocation shifts. Getting comfortable retirement in your 60s from your 30s is absolutely achievable, but it requires consistent effort and smart habits. The single most important habit, it's not about time in the market, it's about time in the market. Commit to regular contributions, ideally every paycheck, no matter how small you start. Even $50 a week adds up to hundreds of thousands over decades. Automate your savings. Make savings and investing effortless. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your investment accounts immediately after you get paid. Treat your investments as a non-negotiable bill, but if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. and it gets invested. As your income grows throughout your 30s, don't let your expenses grow at the same pace. Whenever you get a raise, a bonus, or pay off debt, commit to increasing your retirement contributions by at least half of that extra money. This will help supercharge your growth. Avoid lifestyle creep, this silent killer of retirement dreams. As your income increases, you might feel the urge to immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Bigger house, fancier car, more expensive vacations, more dining out. This makes it harder to save. Be mindful, enjoy your increased income, but keep your core expenses stable to allow more room for savings. Stay invested during volatility. Don't panic sell. Market downturns are inevitable. They are part of investing journey. When the market drops, it's easy to feel fear and sell your investments. This is often the worst thing you can do. If you're in your 30s, a market downturn is actually an opportunity to buy more shares at a discount. You're getting a sale on your future wealth. Focus on the long game. Review and rebalance periodically. Don't just set it and forget it. Once a year, maybe every 18 months, check your asset allocation. Your investments will grow at different rates, throwing your desired allocation out of whack. Rebalancing means selling some of your overperforming assets and buying more of your underperforming ones to get back to your target percentages. This is a disciplined way to buy low and sell high. Continuously educate yourself. The more you understand personal finance, the more confident you'll feel. Read books, follow reputable financial news, listen to podcasts like this one, and learn from your trusted sources. Create a clear financial plan. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Define what retirement looks like for you. How much do you think you'll need? When do you want to retire? This gives you a target to work towards. Use online retirement calculators or work with a financial planner to set clear, actionable goals. Your 30s is truly a pivotal decade for building your retirement wealth. By prioritizing tax advantage accounts, adopting an aggressive but diversified allocation strategy, and committing to these consistent habits, you're not just saving money, you're buying yourself future freedom, peace of mind, and the ability to truly enjoy your retirement years on your own. So take action today, open those accounts, automate your savings, commit to increasing your contributions, and start building the future you truly desire. The consistent efforts you make in your 30s will pay dividends for decades to come, ensuring your 60s are less about worry and more about living your best life.